Alright, today's video brought to you by Facebook Marketplace. Not because I support Facebook Marketplace, but because somebody on Marketplace needs some information. Alright, let's talk mopars. Alright, specifically 63 to 72 drum brake cars. I said it. Drum brake cars, okay? Now, we all know single pot master cylinder sucks balls, right? And everybody wants disc brakes. Well, you're correct. Pre 72, you want the 4-pot pistons, or the 4-piston calipers. And they will tell you that the lower ball joint is not compatible. Now, this is true. In its factory cast form, it is no longer compatible with the disc brake spindle. And then, just to make things more complicated, they changed the spindle size on the wheel bearings. So what's a guy to do, right? Well, one, make sure your phone is steady before you go slapping the table. And two, I went through this on a 1966 Barracuda. That was my dad's first car. It is a 273 Commando automatic car. He got raced a lot. He drove it through a garage, and he drove it through the garage door, through the 66 Impala, pushed the 66 Impala through the back of the wall in the garage, and on the back patio. Okay, so that's all gone, right? Everything from the firewall forward's 1965 Valiant. Except the suspension. Alright, now when I was 16, I bought a 72 340 swinger, 344 speed disc brake swinger. And when my father passed away and I was putting my Barracuda together, I thought, A-body, right? A-body K-frame fits in an A-body, right? No. Early A. So 61 to 67 is an early A. Okay? But that doesn't matter, because all that means is you can't use the subframe and the lower control arms, right? You think. The control arms swap over, which counteracts the ball joint issue. It's the same control arm, they just widen the K-frame. Okay, that's number one. Remember that, Mopar guys. Early A and A bodies use the same lower control arm. Okay, but maybe you don't want to pull your lower control arm. Maybe you got a drum brake car and disc brake spindles. Okay, swap the upper control arm, right? Wrong. On a drum brake car, the lower ball joint is nut and bolted to the spindle. Uses a 7/16 bolt with a nut. No, 1/2-inch bolt with a nut, or something like that. So the drum brake spindle is thicker, and it is threaded. Okay. No, the disc brake spindle is thicker and it's threaded. So if you have a drum brake lower ball joint, you can't get the bolts for the spindle through the lower ball joint. It takes a 7/8 drill bit because they're shanked bolts. Now if you lay your ball joint and the 72 and newer ball joint side by side, there's all the same meat. The only difference is the size of the two holes that bolt them to the spindle. Okay, so the lower bolts for the ball joint, those holes in the ball joint are too small for the disc brake spindle. You can use a 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, Dodge Dart, Plymouth Duster, Plymouth Valiant. Any A-body spindle will bolt to any A-body ball joint. The problem is those two bolt holes. You can swap the upper arms, that goes in the same spot. You can swap the lower arms, that goes in the same spot. But if all you can find is the spindle, that's all you need. You can buy a new rotor. You can buy a new caliper. The calipers are like $89 and the rotors are $75 a piece. You can even buy a spindle. So all you guys out there butchering these disc brake cars that, you know, maybe they're a B body or a C body or an E body because it's got disc brakes and the car is trashed. You don't have to, man. You don't have to. Unless those parts are better, you don't have to take them and put them on your car. Drill those two holes out in the ball joint. Bolt that drum brakes or that disc brake spindle to that drum brake ball joint. It is that simple. It is that simple. And don't even get me started on the ignition systems. Also, if you like flush-faced wheels, put a B-body rear end in your A-body. But I'm going to go out on a limb here and say you're a dork and we don't like you. Everybody knows the muscle car needs a dish. The bigger the bull, the bigger the dog. But yeah, do not fear drum brake mopars. Because all you need is a drill bit, and she got disc brakes. Another thing is, pre-67, you want a 67 and newer master cylinder. And the 67 Barracuda came out with manual dual reservoir master cylinder drum brakes and disc brakes. My Barracuda's got a manual disc master cylinder, 2 reservoirs. It's a 66. It bolted right in. All I have to do is finish plumbing the lines, because I only use 1 reservoir right now. I'm in the middle of it. But yes, I've got 40,000 miles on modified drum brake ball joint bolted to disc brake spindle. No issues. Ever. So, guy on Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to tag you in this video. I'm even going to send you the YouTube link. If you need more information like this, hit me up, bro. There is nothing stopping me from pulling that car in the garage and pulling it apart and proving all this stuff. Except for, I'll hate you. And I kind of buried it on top of a snowbank just to be a show off. The slicks are on the ground, but the rest of the car is not. And when I say slicks, I just mean bald ass tires. Because I fucking sent it last time I drove it.